helpful tips for reading this book. It's likely that you downloaded or picked up this book because you're with a man who is telling you he never wants to marry, is vacillating, or giving you excuses regarding any type of commitment, or is simply avoiding the topic altogether. His love and desire to be with you is most likely quite apparent, so you're baffled as to why he won't take things to the next level. You've racked your brain and talked to all your friends about it. You've researched and read books, blogs, and articles. You may have even consulted a psychic or are waiting for Jupiter to align with Mars so that love steers your stars in the right direction. You're frustrated that there just don't seem to be any reasonable, logical, or even metaphysical answers. Why is he so resistant to commitment when it's clear he loves you and wants to be with you? Why won't he commit will give you the answer to this question, and to many more that you may have about the behavior of men. You'll understand how men view, feel about, and commit to women, all from the perspective of a situation you've likely experienced in your own life. You will also come to understand the two states of being that men live in. One that allows a man to move forward in a committed relationship, and one that does not. In order to get the most you can from listening to this book, I recommend that you listen to it at least once without skipping ahead. As with many self-help books, there will be information and chapters in which you'll be most interested and wish to listen to right away. If you choose to jump around, make sure you listen to Chapter 3 before anything else. The information in this chapter is the foundation of why won't he commit. Without having listened to the material in Chapter 3, subsequent chapters may be confusing, and you will miss references necessary to get the most from your listening. From night to day, there is a lot of gray. All humans are on a scale of gender traits and characteristics. Some women are more stereotypically feminine than others, and some men are softer and less stereotypically masculine than others. While there are certainly gender trait norms, variations are all within the broad spectrum of what can be considered normal, and there are always exceptions to every rule. If you were to think of human gender traits, behaviors, and characteristics as a series of points on a horizontal line drawn from left to right, the farthest left point on the line would be the utmost of stereotypical feminine traits. Think Marilyn Monroe. As you move to the right, each point on the line represents slightly more masculine qualities and ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving. The farthest point on the right of the line represents the utmost of stereotypical masculine qualities. Think Arnold Schwarzenegger. All of us have qualities, feelings, and traits of the opposite gender within us that are evoked and displayed at various times. Most of us fall somewhere within a range of what could be called the gender norm, or what is typically expected according to gender norms in humans. It is within this range that I discuss the two genders related to ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving. Every person is as unique as his or her fingerprints. However, why won't he commit stays within the middle range of the gender spectrum, that of typical male and female behavior. All that follows is written in the most broad and general of terms. In almost every paragraph, you are likely to think of an exception to the rule regarding the situation being discussed or point being made. You'll be tempted to scoff at some of the points or concepts being presented as too generalized and dismiss the ideas altogether. While you will be right about the generalizations, check yourself when scoffing. Thinking of the exceptions will only keep you from getting the deeper meanings and salient points, and ultimately the most value from your listening. It's important to absorb the concepts, even though they are quite broad. This will allow you to see male behavior in its rawest form and help you to embrace it rather than question it or condemn it. You are here because you want to understand men in a way you can relate to as a woman. The concepts in this book will do that for you if you let them. Listening to the entire book once for the general concepts and then reviewing for specifics will help you connect what you've listened to your own experiences.